Hi, so it is Dinovember, and I thought I would do a colouring chat out of 100 dinosaurs. Hi everyone, so I have chosen this picture of a Stegosaurus out of 100 dinosaurs by Sunlife Drawing, and I thought I'd just go through some information about dinosaurs and Stegosauruses this is with you. So, dinosaurs are a group of reptiles that dominated the land for over 140 million years, more than 160 million years in some parts of the world. They evolved diverse shapes and sizes, from the fearsome giant Spinosaurus to the chicken-sized Microraptor, and were able to survive in a variety of ecosystems. One of the reasons for dinosaurs' success is that they had straight back legs perpendicular to their bodies. This allowed them to use less energy to move than other reptiles that had a sprawling stance, like today's lizards and crocodiles. With their legs positioned under their bodies rather than sticking out to the side, dinosaurs' weight was also better supported. Many dinosaur species became extinct around 66 million years ago, but a group of living dinosaurs are still with us today: birds. Dinosaurs are archosaurs, a larger group of reptiles that first appeared about 151 million years ago, near the start of the Triassic period. Some other non-dinosaur reptiles are also archosaurs, including pterosaurs, the now extinct flying reptiles, and modern crocodiles and their ancestors. These and many other types of ancient reptiles are often wrongly called dinosaurs. Marine reptiles such as ichthyosaurs, plesiosaurs, and mosasaurs are not dinosaurs. Nor is Dimetrodon or other reptiles in the same group, previously called mammal-like reptiles and now called synapsids. None of these other extinct groups share the characteristic upright stance of dinosaurs. Main characteristics dinosaurs share: they had an upright stance with legs perpendicular to their body. This is the main feature that sets dinosaurs apart from other reptiles. Like other reptiles, they laid eggs. With the exception of some birds, for example penguins, dinosaurs lived on land, not in the sea. Their skull had a hole between the eye socket and nostril. This feature is shared by all archosaurs. Dinosaurs also had two holes behind the eye socket. Large, strong jaw muscles went through the holes to attach directly to the top of the skull. As a result, the jaws were able to open wide and clamp down with more force. Stegosauria. The stegosaurs were a distinct group of ornithoscenian or bird-hipped dinosaurs. Their small-headed, massive bodies were characterized by double rows of great bony plates that extended down either side of the backbone. Their heavy tails were armed with pairs of long, sharp spikes. Like their ornithopod relatives, such as iguanodonts and duckbills, the stegosaurs were plant eaters and probably lived in herds. But unlike the more agile ornithopods, stegosaurs moved about exclusively on four legs and were not capable of running on two legs to escape predators. Their body armour made up for this deficiency. When attacked, they were most likely to have stood their ground, lashing out with the spiked tail and protected to a certain extent by the bony plates on the back. All the familiar stegosaurs belong to the family of Stegosauridae, including Stegosaurus itself. They evolved in the mid-Jurassic times, some 170 million years ago, and reached their peak of diversity by the end of that period. A wide-ranging group, they spread through western North America, western Europe, East Asia and East Africa. By early Cretaceous times, the stegosaurs had started to decline, although it was quite possible that some species survived in isolated pockets until the end of the Cretaceous. Size: up to 30 feet or 9 meters long. This armored dinosaur is the state fossil of Colorado and the largest and most familiar of the stegosaurs. A double row of broad bony plates shaped like huge arrowheads ran down either side of the backbone from just behind its head to halfway along its tail. Some of the plates were over 2 feet or 60 centimeters high. The heavy tail was armed with pairs of vicious spikes, each about 3 feet 3 inches or 1 meter long. The number of spikes varied between species. Some had 4 pairs, some had 2. No one is certain exactly how the bony plates were arranged on the back of the Stegosaurus. Although many well-preserved specimens have been found, one of the best is mounted in Colorado's Denver Museum of Natural History. The plates have never actually been found attached to the skeleton. Some paleontologists maintain that they lie flat in or on the skin and form a defensive armour over the back of the upper flanks. Most paleontologists, however, believe that the plates stood up almost vertically and were arranged either in a zigzag pattern or opposite each other in pairs. They would have formed a spiky fence protecting Stegosaurus from attack by such predators as the contemporary carnosaur Allosaurus. They were probably covered in a tough horn like the horns of modern cattle. Alternatively, a thin layer of blood-rich skin could have covered the plates. This theory has led to some paleontologists to propose an entirely different function for the plates, that of heat exchangers, and a crude but effective means of regulating body temperature. The near-vertical plates could have been arranged alternately down the back. Their large surface area and rich supply of blood would have enabled them to absorb heat rapidly when orientated towards the sun, thus raising the body's internal temperature, and to lose heat when turned away. The long sturdy spikes on the tail of Stegosaurus were probably covered in horn, and were undoubtedly used for defence. Stegosaurus could have swung its long, heavy tail from side to side and inflicted great damage on an attacker. On average, Stegosaurus was 20 feet 6 meters long and weighed up to 2 US tons. The massive hind legs, with their heavy hooves, were over twice the length of the forelegs, a striking feature in this four-legged animal, since it meant that the body sloped forward from its highest point at the hips. Tall spines projected upwards from the vertebrae of the hips and the base of the tail, probably acting as anchor points for strong back muscles. This arrangement suggests that Stegosaurus could have lifted its forelegs off the ground without much effort, allowing it to feed off the lower branches of trees. Okay, there we go, all finished. There he is. I wasn't expecting him to be pink. Oh, I haven't done his nose. That's because there isn't a number 22. So, you know, obviously that's a minor issue. What colour shall we do it, Smudge? Purple. Okay, I'll just quickly do his nose. There we go. A couple of my pens are running out, but it's good to get them used up. So yeah, so there is the Stegosaurus. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. That helps to support us. and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone.
It's so deep.